You should just come over and I can just show you. Let me do over. Yeah, 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 yeah. You should just come over and I can just show you. Let me do over. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hey Moon Babies, welcome back to my channel. My name is Suki Moon, and I'm here today to show you guys how to set up your booth for an event. Now, to do that, you definitely would need to pick out a good booth and definitely figure out the theme that you want to showcase your items for. If you have a good theme, more than likely you'll have a lot of people that will come and, buy your stuff. So that's what we're going to work on exactly how to do that, and also how to get your vendors to look like this. Because I haven't really seen a lot of videos out there that was like this. So I decided to go ahead and make a video after I figured everything out myself. So that was fun. So now I get to share it with you. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing you want to do is definitely look for a good booth. They have a whole bunch of them on the marketplace. I'm on Black Dragon, so if you're on Firefox, you just want to open up your marketplace, and you want to search event booths. Right? And there's a ton of booths here that you guys can choose from. They got pretty ones, they got basic ones, ones with shelves on it, a whole bunch of different options. That is pretty cool. Pretty cool. And then also another thing that you guys might want to look at is getting different type of words and icons to put on this store right here, Toxic. She's really good. I love all of her meshes. They're so cute, and it's really easy to put together because all you need is a script, and you put the script in, and then everything else just works. That's exactly what I'm going to show you guys today as well. I went ahead and got this one. This is actually the best one for me because it literally has a list of words that you could put on your in the world, on your box, or just around town. I don't know. But these have a whole bunch of different words. So if you're selling shapes, if you're selling gotchas, gifts, the buy hood, all that stuff, it's all in here. 4,000. It's a little pricey, but I mean, it's worth it. And just trust me, it's worth it. Okay. After you get the words and you get your booth, and then obviously you have your items and stuff like that, I'm gonna show you guys how to package your items as well. So to package up your items, you definitely will need a script here to do it. I got the ALBION Unpacker, and once again, you can get that straight from the marketplace as soon as I pull it up. Honestly, you just want to go ahead and type in Unpacker, and you would do full perm. So anything that's full perm, but this is the one that I got. This one right here. It's nice and cheap. It's really simple. You literally just take it out and put it in on one of your objects here. But basically, this is how you do it. You would right click on the land, hit build, make a box, right? And then within the box, you're going to take your unpacker. Actually, you're going to right click here, hit edit, go over to content, and you want to put the unpacker in it. Okay? And then next, you want to go ahead and do your product. So this is just an example, starting from scratch so that you guys can see exactly how I did it. So I made the box, and then I took the script that I purchased from the marketplace. Obviously, the script is going to come in an unpacker. You just unpack it, and it's literally just this. And you just drop it in. When you right click on this to hit edit, you drop it into the contents folder here over on the right. Once you do that, then you can take your item whatever you made, a picture, whatever. So for an example, we're going to go ahead and put this picture in here. Okay. And we're going to exit. So after you do that, once you click on it, it's going to give you that object that you put in. Okay. And that's what you want. But now, it's kind of basic looking. We don't want to just have a box, right? We want to have our product. So once you actually make a logo, you want to go ahead and put your logo in for the texture. Now for logos, I actually made here, and I'm actually going to pull up my my website, so then that way you can see. So this right here is called Canva, or Canva, something like that. But basically this helps out with a whole bunch of things. You can make different designs, you can even make images move, crazy stuff. But honestly, we just want to go ahead and make just a logo. So let's say I just want to do a simple logo here. So we'll do something like this, right? You go ahead and edit everything out yourself. Just edit. Maybe you might want to change the color. Let's say I want it to be pink, or definitely not white, but definitely like pink, maybe blue. That's kind of nice. And then you can add in elements, you can add in special effects, stuff like that. But I wouldn't do anything that actually moves yet, because that's a little bit too advanced. Just for, you know, beginner stuff. You just want to make something that looks cool. And this website here has so many things that you could pick from. So many different things. They got pictures, they got shapes, they got frames. You could add text, different types of text. They got stuff that glow, just all sorts of kind of stuff. So you could definitely take things to the next level. It's really cool. So once you got that, you want to go ahead and download it, edit the picture if you want, and then you're going to upload it into your Second Life. So we'll go back into our Second Life here. And once you have that done, you're actually going to upload the texture. So I already have a texture. Okay, so then you go ahead and apply your texture just like that. And afterwards, you want to go ahead and hit put on and attach hood, and you want to do center. So when you do center, then it pops up right in front of you the way you want it to, right? To unpack it. Now you can also edit it to make it bigger if you want it to show it big, if you want it to appear on different parts of the screen from when the person actually opens it. But definitely put it somewhere where they can see it, or else they'll definitely think they never got it. But actually, once you do that, then you can go ahead and actually detach it and then just test it out again. Now make sure you name it, or else you're definitely gonna have a lot of objects in here that you don't want. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and rename it. Not that way. We're gonna put it down, right click it, edit, and rename it. A door shape example. Okay, so then once you do that, you're gonna go ahead and take it, and just for an example, that's how it should pop up. Okay, and then when you click on it, your customer will get the name. When you name it, that's what's gonna come out. So just make sure you name it exactly how you want it to be named. And your item, make sure it's in a folder that you put it inside the box, right? So detach. So that's how you attach your items in the box. If there's any questions, definitely leave it in the comments below in case I've missed anything, or in case you guys want me to show you how to do that again in person. I don't mind. So now next is actually setting up the booth. So setting up the booth itself is pretty easy. if you ever made your own like furniture and stuff like that, then this would be where it's at. So let's say we res out one of the booths that we want. So let's say I want this one, right? This one is pretty cute. Now, I don't want my logo on here because when you're at an event, they kind of already put your logo on the booth, so I don't really need that. I can delete it. And then to actually attach, put everything together, when you hit edit, you want to highlight the items together. And I actually do it by going into edit mode. So just click on anything to edit and then highlight what I want and then hit link. I just figured that out, so big accomplishment. So now everything is linked together instead of being separate. And I just go ahead and bring this out. And now I can actually get to editing. Now, if you don't like how the picture is, you could definitely just go ahead and edit link and unlink the actual part that you want to edit or want to change. So basically, when you're done editing your booth here, you definitely want to get to adding the vendors. Now, the vendors is something, basically the main part of this whole video is how to actually attach the vendors to the words so that people can buy your product. This was by far like the hardest thing to really figure out, so let's just go ahead and jump into it. Alright, so now we're going to work on the vendor system. So once you figure out what you actually want to put on your booth, certain words like buy, demo, fat pack, stuff like that. And once again, to get these type of words, you have to go into the marketplace and just search full perm mesh words. Okay, so then that way you'll be able to choose and pick which one you want to, which one you'd like. And I'm definitely going to put all these links in the description down below, so then that way you guys can definitely just go ahead and grab them if you want. So once we have this started, you want to get the word that you want to imprint the script in. And now the script is also something that you would have to get from the CasperVend² in the marketplace. So basically you would just go back into marketplace. Alright, so once you get back into the website here, into the marketplace, you want to type in CasperVend², and then you want to go down to this one here. Now they do have a free version of this one. You can actually just click on the demo where it says get the demo version. You can click on that and it'll send you to the free version, which is something that I also got. I basically just used this just to test it out before I actually bought the real thing, so that I knew what I was doing. So once you do that, as soon as you open up the vendor here, you want to use the main thing, which is called the drop box. When you put down the drop box and you click on it, it's going to have a menu that pops up. Gotta wait because it's probably loading. It's going to have a menu that pops up just like this, right? And then you want to go ahead and hit admin. When you hit admin, it's going to have another link that loads. Now you're going to have to open this in an external browser because an internal browser is not going to work. It's going to pop up with this error message here. So it's easier if you just open it on the external browser, and that's what we're going to do. So now on the website, is not going to look like this, because if this is your first time doing this, all this will be empty. Okay, this is stuff that I already did. It's gonna ask for you to put in your username, which is your resident name. So mine says AceTrend101 and then space resident. You want to put that in, and then you want to make your own password, and don't use it for the same password that you had before. So for an example, it's telling me to sign in again. So HTrend resident sign in. And this is what you're going to see as soon as you sign in. You're going to see a whole bunch of stuff. Trust me, I don't know what any of that is. The only ones that really matter is the products, the drop boxes here, the vendors. This is the only really important stuff for me, because like I said, this is something I just learned, so it takes time to get to know everything. But anyway, once you put your Dropbox in, you're going to want to add your product in that Dropbox, but you have to do it on a separate website. This is what I was talking about, how it's kind of difficult to try to figure it out because nobody really talks about this. So when you go in and list your product, you're going to click on list new product, right? You're going to fill this stuff out. So you want to put the item in. So deliver an item, something that you want that's going to be delivered as soon as that person buys it. So for an example, I already have one here, but to drop it in, you're going to go back into Second Life, which I'm going to show you now. I'm going to go back into Second Life. In this Dropbox, you're going to hit that edit button. You're going to go to the product that you have that's ready, the one that's already packaged, ready to go. You're going to take this and you're going to drop it in there. Boop. Once it's dropped in, then you're going to go back to the website and it will actually show up here. Just going to hit cancel, but it will actually show up here. You will see this. Okay. Once you see it, you're going to hit select and put in the name of it, which is basically this. The UUID is the picture that you took. It uploaded into Second Life. Now to get that, we're going to go back into Second Life so I can show you. To get that UUID, we're going to go to the ad. Alright, now this is the picture. And you're going to right click it and hit copy access UUID. When you copy that, you're going to go back into the website, which I'll show you now. And you're going to paste it in there. And that's what that was, right? You're going to paste that in there. And then this is going to pop up. And then you put in your price. For right now, I wouldn't put in the full price because you do got to test it. So I usually just do $1, something like that. Just make sure there's not a lot of people around when you're doing this. So you're not selling your product for $1 to people. So you do that. Just hit copy. A description. I really don't mess with none of this stuff because I don't need it. So honestly, when you're done with that, you skip all the way down to the bottom and you hit save. Once you do that, it's going to pop up here. Okay. And then you're going to go back into Second Life. And then from there, you're going to go and put this in on your mesh, your word mesh here. So for this, you're going to hit that edit button. And what I like to use the headless system, only because it's the easiest one to work with. You drop that in there. You definitely want to allow total access, allow complete access to it so that it signs you in. Then you go back, rename it. I'm gonna just name it Adorn Shape Curly, just because we're testing it out. You're gonna click at that you want to put it on sale, and you want to do pay and copy, actually contents. And then after that, you're gonna exit, and then now you see you have the little L icon above it, and then you can actually physically click it. So when you click on it, it's going to pop up. Now, because I already have one in here, it's going to show up for 300, but basically all I have to do is delete the other my other one here, and it will take over for the $1 L. But it literally will do exactly that once you take it out. Okay. And so after that, that's pretty much it. Now you want to make sure this Dropbox here is actually loaded into the world. Don't put it back in your inventory. But you do want to make sure you set it to where nobody else can modify it, nobody else can move it, or else, you know, you're gonna have some problems. But you definitely want to make sure that this stays out in the land. So whatever event you have, anything like that, just make sure you set it up to where it's like transparent, where you can't really see it. Just change the texture, right? So let's say I want to make it transparent. Oh, look at that. It's completely gone. It disappeared. It's gone. Okay. So then that way you can hide it. But if it's not out in the world, it's not going to load the product. So when you do try to set it up, it's not going to load up correctly. So you want to make sure that this stays out. Okay. But other than that, I believe that is it. Oh, wait, hold on. I got one more thing. Now, the other scripts is pretty simple. Like the redelivery stuff. If you have more than one item that's in your store and you want to let your customers be able to redeliver their items, you can simply just get another mesh word here. Actually, I'm gonna just use any. You could literally just use any word. So let's just pretend this says redelivery. And once you have that, you're gonna go ahead and right click it, hit edit, go into content. You're gonna go back into your Casper folder here that you got, and you're gonna make sure you put in the redelivery terminal script. When you put that in, you should be able to click it, and then it will give you a link to the redeliveries. So anything that you ever bought from that particular store will pop up here. Okay. And I believe that's pretty much it. The rest of it, you can recolor these, do whatever you want, and, you know, put them into the booth however you want to, along with your pictures and any other little decorations. You can add that in as well. But that's it for today. I hope this helped a lot of people out with starting with selling their stuff and setting up booths and everything, because it's a little hard for me, like I said in the beginning. And once I figured it out, I definitely would like to share this with anybody else that's having issues. So thanks again. Please subscribe to my channel, like, and leave a comment if I missed anything. And I hope you guys have a lovely day. Bye.